In this video, I'm going to tell you how I started my first legitimate business. I opened up 3 buy here, pay here car lots. Those are car dealerships in case you don't know, and the story's coming up right now. So after that, I got a job at a car dealership. I was actually pretty good at selling cars, go figure. And the used car manager kind of took me under his wing a little bit. He, started bringing me to the auctions with him to bid on cars. And so I learned, like how to bid on the cars and whatever. And then, after a while, I was like, I could do this. Why should I work for this company? I started my own car lot. First, I just got a wholesale license. And then when I found a property that I could get licensed, so then I did that. I started what's called a buy here, pay here lot. And it's just a used car lot, sell used cars. And you could buy these cars at the auction for like $1,500 and put them on the lot for like $5,000. And the customers that would come in, like they didn't have good credit. I mean, occasionally you get somebody, and you can get them financed, and or they would just have the cash and buy it. But most of the time, they didn't have the money. And they're just like, look, if you can just get me financed, whatever you can do, I'll pay whatever for the car. I'll whatever you want. I'll put however much money you want down. I gotta, please get me financed. I gotta fix my credit, So you'd have a car that you paid, $1,500 for. You'd tell them, good news, I can get you financed, but you got to put down a pretty big down payment. I'm going to sell it for $5,000, but I need $2,000 down. So you're financing, the other $3,000. And, but if you do this, your credit's going to be good. You're going to have, good credit history to, report, and then you'll probably be able to finance something better or get a better deal. The finance rate that we were charging was like 22% or something like that. It was pretty high, but they weren't getting financed anywhere else. I mean, so you are kind of doing a favor. And so they'd buy the car. Yeah, thank you so much for getting me done. Well, we weren't getting them financed. I was just doing it, financing myself. I had $1,500 in the car. Maybe I spent $100 or something like that fixing it up, or maybe I spent $1,200 on it and spent $300 fixing it up. Either way, it's about $500 was like my target cost for it. And then I would get $2,000 down. So I made $500 on the sale. Now, let's say they were supposed to pay, $150 or $200 a month. Sure enough, every month for the first like 2 or maybe 3 months, right on time, they would come in and pay it right there. But like clockwork on that 3rd or 4th payment, don't hear from them. And it says right in the contract, you miss one payment, we're coming to get the car. Now, what they don't know when they're filling out the finance application is it says, give us 3 credit references or 3 references of people that that would vouch for you that don't live at your house. So basically, they're giving you the 3 places they could hide the car, 3 houses that they could hide the car at. And then even after that, we started putting like for $150, you could put a GPS, in there. But either you did that or you paid the porter, $50 to just go get it. And you'd always keep an extra set of keys for the car. So you made your money. You made a few $100s more on top of that. And then you just go and get the car and you put it back on the lot, do it all over again. And I would sell the same cars for like, 4 or 5 times. So, it was kind of a decent gig. I ended up having 3 of those buy here, pay here lots. Now, the problem with that is, if you're not there, people aren't working like it's their business. The manager you leave in charge starts thinking he can do it on his own like I did. And then, they open up and then they're your competitor now. That went good for a while. Desert Storm was kind of going on at that time. And so people weren't buying cars as much and definitely not financing them, and not the kind of cars that I was. I suppose if you were a Lexus or a, Mercedes dealership, you probably had customers because they had money anyway. But for most of us, we fell in hard times and people weren't just willy-nilly buying cars at that point. So I got frustrated, with that. Just basically because I couldn't be 3 places at one time and, can't trust anybody to run it, whatever. But it was good, it's good while it lasted, and it's something I would consider getting back into also because, there's money in it, I don't know if it's the same nowadays as it was, back then, but everything's different now. Well, guys, if you're still watching, you must have liked the video. And if you did, give it a like. Now, if you want to see more like this, subscribe and click the bell. If you got some extra time on your hands, why not watch another one? You can choose one from the Stories of My Life playlist, which will appear here after I disappear. Or you could watch the next one in the series, which will also appear here. See you in the next one.